Kylie Kelce, the well-known American podcaster, media personality, and wife of former NFL star Jason Kelce, has always been open about her life as a busy mother of 4 young daughters. In a recent candid moment on her podcast Not Gonna Lie, she shared a humorous and relatable anecdote that highlights the everyday dynamics of parenting young children who are starting to develop their own opinions and ways of expressing themselves. Kylie and Jason Kelce are parents to 4 daughters. Wyatt, who is 6 years old, and the eldest, Elliotte, aged 4, Bennett, who is 2, and the youngest, Finnley, just 9 months old. Raising 4 girls under the age of 7 is no small feat, especially with the demands of podcasting, media appearances, and family life. Kylie often uses her platform to discuss the realities of motherhood, including the challenges, joys, and funny moments that come with it. During the January 29th episode of Not Gonna Lie, Kylie opened up about a particular phrase her daughters have started using when they perceive her as being mean or strict. According to her, the girls have taken to calling her a baddie in those moments. Now, in modern slang, baddie is typically a positive term, often used to describe someone who is confident, attractive, stylish, and fiercely independent. It's a compliment in many circles, especially among younger people influenced by social media and pop culture. However, in this household context, the word takes on a very different connotation. Kylie explained that her daughters deploy the term not as praise but as a subtle, or perhaps not so subtle, way of pointing out when they think she's being overly firm or disciplinary. She jokingly admitted that it's clearly not the flattering meaning they intend, yet she's choosing to interpret it positively anyway. My daughters sometimes call me a baddie when they think I'm being mean, so it's not quite what they think it means, but I'm gonna keep pretending that they're hyping me up, she said with a laugh. She even reenacted a typical exchange for her listeners, mimicking her daughter's tone, "You're a baddie," and then responding in character as herself, "Yes, I am. Mitchum, got it?" She described it as a perfect reenactment, emphasizing how spot-on the imitation was of the kids' delivery. The moment captured the innocence and budding sass of young children who are learning language, emotions, and how to push boundaries with their parents. It's a classic parenting scenario, kids testing limits and parents finding ways to roll with it while maintaining authority. This lighthearted revelation speaks to the evolving vocabulary in households with young kids exposed to trends through older siblings, parents' phones, or casual overhearing. The word baddie likely entered their lexicon from somewhere in the cultural ether, perhaps from music, TikTok videos, or even Kylie's own social media circles. Yet, the way the girls repurpose it to express mild disapproval shows how children adapt words to fit their immediate emotional needs. Instead of outright saying, "Mom, you're being mean," they opt for this trendy label, which adds a layer of unintended humor to the interaction. Kylie's response, pretending it's a hype session, demonstrates her approach to parenting, keeping things positive, not taking herself too seriously, and finding joy in the absurdity of family life. It's a reminder that even in moments of discipline, there's room for laughter and self-deprecation. Many parents listening to the podcast likely nodded along, recognizing similar quirky phrases or nicknames their own children have invented over the years. In the same episode, Kylie transitioned into a broader discussion about balancing work and motherhood in her Ask Me Some Things segment. She admitted to struggling with rigid schedules and the pressure to maintain a perfect routine, especially when it comes to fitness. "I try my very best not to get in my head about sticking to strict plans," she shared. She then gave a candid update on her recent workout history. "The last time I worked out was 3 weeks ago in the living room. I think I airplayed my Peloton app to the TV, and then I used my children as weights. So that was fun. Maybe I'll do that today." This admission resonated with many listeners, as it highlighted the real-life compromises parents make. Instead of a dedicated gym session or structured class, Kylie improvises with whatever is available, turning her kids into playful weights during a home workout. It's a creative, chaotic solution that fits the unpredictable nature of life with toddlers and infants. The image of her airplaying a fitness app to the living room TV while incorporating her daughters into the routine paints a vivid picture of modern motherhood, resourceful, affectionate, and far from glamorous. Overall, the podcast episode showcased Kylie's relatable personality. She's not afraid to share the less polished sides of parenting, the exhaustion, the funny miscommunications, and the small victories. By revealing the baddie nickname and her improvised workouts, she normalizes the idea that mothers don't have to be perfect. They just have to show up, adapt, and find humor where they can. Fans of the Kelce family appreciate this authenticity, especially as Kylie continues to build her own identity beyond being Jason Kelce's wife. Her podcast has become a space for honest conversations about family, relationships, and personal growth, and moments like this only strengthen that connection with her audience.